Hello everybody, welcome to a new video, and today we're going to break down the call and Djembe accompaniment for the rhythm Koreduga. I'm going to demonstrate it right now and then we'll break it down. Let's make this count. So let's go. Koreduga or Komodenu. You can use both names for the same rhythm. Komodenu is the name of the song. Hey, Komodenu. And the first thing you should notice, maybe you already did, when you just heard the demonstration, is that we count the rhythm in a different way. So usually, as you know, the other rhythms we've broken down in this channel, and just music in general that you hear all the time, it's usually you count to 4. When you listen to a rhythm or a melody, usually you can count to 4 before you go back to the beginning, and the pattern just repeats itself, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, for the rhythm Koreduga, we count to 3. Well, actually, we count the Djembe accompaniment. We count to 3. If you actually hear the dunums of the rhythm Koreduga, you will count to 6. But it's the double. But yeah, that's the first thing you should notice about the rhythm. And we count to 3 again, just because if you hear the rhythm in the dunums or in the accompaniment of the Djembe, you will see that when you start counting it, you will go back to the beginning before you reach 4. It will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So that's what you call like a 6/8 or something like that, right? It's just the number, or 3, 4, just the number just tells you how many beats you can count when you are listening to something. And the number below is just the way that you are counting, or 8 notes or whatever. That's not really important. The important thing is to really feel and be aware that there's a difference, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not the usual 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Having said this, let's go and break down the call. The call is this one, once again. And this call is very similar to another call that we already broken down here before. It's another call used for many other rhythms. This one. So for Koreduga, we played the same thing basically, but we will cut the last beat and put it away, just because again it's just 3, not 4. 1, 2, 3. The last beat goes away, and what that means in practice is that the last 2 tones will not be played. The last 2 tones of the usual call. So we will just play. That means 7 tones in total, starting with our dominant hand, one hand after the other. Ton, 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 ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's a call. Now let's go over the accompaniment. this one. We will break down this accompaniment into two parts. The first part, so here we will just play a flum, and you already know a flum is just when we play two notes very, very close together, almost at the same time. A flum with bass and slap, starting with our dominant hand. And then we will play one slap and one bass, starting with our other hand. So bass slap as a flum, and after that, slap, bass. Now let's go into the second part of the accompaniment. Fairly simple, tone, tone, bass, slap. Two tones, one bass, one slap. Starting with our other hand, one hand after the other. Tone, tone, bass, slap. So the first part of the accompaniment. Second part of the accompaniment. Now bring it together. And that's it. Now we just go back to the beginning and repeat it. We loop it. And you have to pay attention. When we go back to the beginning, you have to be really comfortable playing the flum. Otherwise, what will happen is while you are repeating, looping the accompaniment, when you go back to the beginning, oftentimes you will play the bass and the slap, the flum, you will play it exactly at the same time instead of a flum, like this. So just pay attention to that. Or if you want to push it to the next level, you can actually change your hands and play the same thing in reverse. So first you can play starting with your dominant hand, and then when you go back to the beginning, instead of repeating the same thing in the same order with the same hand, you can change it. So doing exactly the same thing, but starting with your other hand. And also be aware that you are always playing the bass. The bass is always on the beat, on a downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you are aware of this, you have like a safety. You have always the beat. You know that the bass is always giving you a strong down-to-earth position. Now let's go and do a very quick, because I'm running out of battery, a very quick count. So 3 count in this case. I'll count to 3 and we'll play the call and the accompaniment. Let's go. slower, just for a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And now let's speed it up faster. 1, 2, 3. Alright, crystal clear Koreduga call and Djembe accompaniment. I hope it was clear to you. I hope you got something out of this video. And practice, understand the difference, the count, 1, 2, 3. And I'll see you on the next video. Be well.